Bruh, here we go again. Caitlin is out minding her business. She out working on her golf swing at Michael Jordan's private golf course, doing her thing, not bothering nobody. Caitlin Clark is not bothering nobody. And here we have another hating WNBA player being a flat out liar and a hater, and we gotta call them out and hold their feet to the fire. This is nasty, nasty work.
Okay, this is absolutely wild. Caitlin Clark is literally just minding her business, working on her golf swing at Michael Jordan's private course, not bothering a single soul. And here comes another WNBA player who just cannot help themselves. They physically cannot stop hating. What you're about to see is so blatant, so unnecessary, that it's honestly shocking. And the craziest part? This player's stats are so mediocre, she has zero business even mentioning Caitlin's name. But hold up, there's something way deeper happening here that everyone's missing. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why these players keep self-sabotaging and why it's actually backfiring in ways they don't even realize yet.
So, Louisa G, that plays for the Dallas Wings, Paige Bueckers' teammate, felt the need to go on Instagram and take shots at Caitlin Clark to try to uplift Paige Bueckers. You can uplift Paige Bueckers without talking about Caitlin Clark. You could do that. She wants to go play Captain Saver for Paige Bueckers based on fans' opinion, and she wants to go take shots at Caitlin Clark on Instagram. Then she goes on a podcast and also take shots at Caitlin Clark. This is nasty, bro. Let's get right into it.
Shout out. So, this is Louisa Sitter, plays for the Dallas Wings, Paige Bueckers' teammate, and she decides to hop on Instagram and take shots at Caitlin Clark just to uplift Paige. Here's what blows my mind, though. You can uplift someone without tearing down someone else. That's literally possible. You could praise Paige's game, highlight her skills, talk about her achievements, but instead, she goes the route of trying to diminish what Caitlin's doing. Then, and this is where it gets even more ridiculous, she doubles down on a podcast. Not just a random comment, not a slip of the tongue. She deliberately went on a show and repeated the disrespect. Now, check out what the article says about this whole situation.
The way the site is mad choppy and kind of slow. I just gotta keep it real, so I gotta do it this way. So it says, Paige Bueckers' teammate blasts Caitlin Clark fans killer instinct jab with blistering remarks. Now, if you guys don't know, Paige Bueckers, there was Caitlin Clark fans basically saying the reasoning for them liking Caitlin over Paige is Caitlin's killer instinct. So I'm gonna be bringing these up piece by piece because the site was kind of.
Listen closely to what he's saying here. The entire debate started because Caitlin Clark fans were pointing out something pretty obvious. Caitlin has this killer instinct that sets her apart, and honestly, the tape backs that up. We've all watched her hit impossible shots in clutch moments, carry her team when everything's on the line, perform under pressure that would break most players. That's not opinion. That's documented reality, but Paige's teammate felt the need to defend her by attacking Caitlin's fans and dismissing what makes Caitlin special. And get this, the host of this German podcast literally asked Louisa to choose between Caitlin and Paige. You know what she said?
Face lie. We know good and well that is a damn lie. Is nobody is taking no damn Paige Bueckers over Caitlin Clark, and y'all make us have to say things like, yo, Paige y'all, she can't even sell out. She got the third lowest attendance in the league. We like Paige, but when y'all do this, when y'all do that, we have to do this. We have to do this. None of us was talking about Paige. We wasn't thinking about Paige. She got to go do Unrivaled. Nobody's bothering her.
Did you catch that energy? We know that's a full-faced lie, and he's absolutely right. Look, I love Paige Bueckers as a basketball player. She's incredibly talented, fun to watch, and has elite skills. But let's be brutally honest about what's happening in reality. Paige's team has the third lowest attendance in the entire league. Third lowest. That's not hate, that's just facts. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark sells out arenas everywhere she goes, home and away. The numbers don't lie, but here's what makes this situation so much worse. When you force people to make these comparisons, when you take unnecessary shots, you make fans pull out the receipts. Nobody wanted to have this conversation. Paige was doing her thing, Caitlin was doing hers. But now we've got to talk about why one player moves the needle and the other doesn't. And that's uncomfortable for everyone involved.
It says Caitlin Clark is revolutionizing women's basketball right now. Paige Bueckers is extremely good, but without killer instinct, one fan said. And I agree. It's mad times where Paige Bueckers just looked like she didn't even want the ball down the stretch. Then it says, however, the wing center disagreed with the fans' take, responding with a bold comment in the same thread. Now, this is where the disrespect comes in. Now pay attention to this. This is where the disrespect starts. It's too much, and we got to call these people out. We have to. She goes and says this.
So Louisa goes on Instagram and drops this comment. Listen to what she actually wrote, because the wording here reveals everything. She says, Caitlin is definitely an important part of the revolution in women's basketball. Definitely not the only one, though. Then she claims Paige has killer instinct, and she can confirm 100% from live experience. Okay, let's break down what's really happening with this statement. First, that classic move. She's important, but not the only one. Do you see that psychological trick? It's the yes, but technique people use when they want to diminish someone while pretending to give them credit. It's manipulation disguised as fairness, and here's where it gets really telling. She says she can confirm Paige's killer instinct from live experience. What does that even mean? You're her teammate. You practice together. That's not exactly an unbiased perspective, is it? That's like asking someone's best friend if they're cool. Of course, you're going to say yes, but the deeper issue here is what she's actually implying by saying definitely not the only one. She's suggesting that Caitlin's impact is being overstated, that other players deserve equal credit for what's happening in women's basketball right now. So, let's examine if that's actually true.